Alright, so you've opened up 3ds Max. What we're going to do is start with a plane, and we're going to create a plane that's going to work as false walls. So what we're going to do first is, with this window selected, you can highlight it by clicking in the window, press Alt-W to expand the window. And now how do you orbit around the screen? You press the mouse wheel button down and drag it. That's called a pan, P-A-N. You can roll the mouse wheel in and out. That's called zoom. And then you can orbit, holding Alt and pressing down the mouse wheel. We're going to need to know all of those. So first, what we're going to do is create a plane. So first, click on the plane box right here. Change the segments to 1, length and width segments to 1, and drag a box. Now what I want you to do is right-click that plane, convert it to an editable poly. If I'm going too fast, simply press pause and continue. Now we're going to select the edge button right here. We're going to select one of the edges, and we're going to hold shift, and I'm going to move this on the y-axis, only moving the green arrow. So I'm going to hold shift first, and I'm going to move it to this box on the grid right here. Okay, I'm going to let go. Now I'm going to hold shift and drag this on this axis to here. Okay, I'm going to change the color so you can see this a little easier. You don't have to do this. What I want to do is highlight the segments that I'm making, and I'll explain why that's important. And now I'm going to hold shift again and drag to this box here. I'm going to hold shift and drag to the end of the square here. Now I want to go in this direction, so I'm going to select this edge right here. I'm going to hold shift and drag to this box right here. I'm going to let go, holding shift, using only the red arrow. I'm going to click and drag to here, then I'm going to let go. Now I'm going to hold shift and drag to this square here. I'm going to let go. I'm going to hold shift, and I'm going to drag up to the end of the square. If I'm going too fast, press pause and catch up. If you make any mistakes, you can press Control Z. Now I'm going to click this edge. I'm going to hold shift. I'm going to drag to this box, this square here. I'm going to let go. I'm going to hold shift. Now I'm going to click and drag to here. I'm going to let go. I'm going to hold shift, and I'm going to click and drag to this square here. I'm going to let go. I'm going to hold shift and drag this edge here. Now I'm going to select this edge. Now, using only the red arrow or the x-axis, I'm going to hold shift and drag down to this square here. I'm going to let go. I'm going to hold shift. Now, using only the red axis or the x-axis, I'm going to drag to here. Now I'm going to let go. Now I'm going to hold shift, and using only the red axis, I'm going to move to here and let go.